You're still watching Ways now. World Blood Donor Day. What's wrong with me today?
Did they wax your tongue?
I didn't wax my tongue. Well, World Blood Donor Day takes place on 14th of June each year. The aim is to raise global awareness of the need for safe blood and blood products for transfusion, and of the critical contribution voluntary unpaid blood donors make to national health systems. Now, the day also provides an opportunity to call to action to governments and national health authorities to provide adequate resources and put into place systems and infrastructures to increase the collection of blood from voluntary, non-remunerated blood donors. One of what's it called that I plan to start doing very soon is to actually donate blood, because I am supposed to be a universal donor.
You're supposed to be.
I am actually, not that.
Have you donated before?
Of course I have.
Okay, so you're supposed to be. So how often are you supposed to
But the thing
donate?
is, I've not donated in a very long time. I've not donated blood in a very long time. So it's something I'll just find time to do, you know, because people truly need blood.
Yeah,
I remember the time I went to the hospital when, God rest her soul, my sister-in-law passed. You know, I was breastfeeding then, you know. I was able to donate very good quantity of blood.
But of course, they have to test you first to be sure.
Of course, they will test you for everything, HIV, everything, to be sure your blood is clean, you know, and all of that. So it's a good thing to do when you can, and that's why they advise people. I mean, Ronaldo said he doesn't want to have tattoos and all of that, because another thing again is when you have all those piercings and all of that tattoos, your blood is somewhat contaminated.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
So people with piercings and tattoos cannot donate?
They don't accept. At least abroad, I don't know here. I don't know here. All right, so have you donated blood before?
No, I haven't.
It's quite good. But you know, the interesting thing that happened with the blood donation, that night, I can't forget that night, there was one guy, I think he's also like me, or his blood was compatible with hers. I can't remember whether he's a universal donor like me. He just gave 1 pint. Or more, they had to bring more than milk. Kola wanted to faint. I mean, anytime I remember that night, I was just, you know, I'll chuckle, because just one time, me, I was breastfeeding, I donated, I was normal. This one, he was so dizzy, his eyes, you know. So men truly they can't handle some things that we handle.
You can't generalize because of Bodakola. There are men that can donate much more than you have, and they are the ones that like Kola. It's not.
Yeah, well, so
for me, I don't know where I will fall, whether I'll fall on your side or Kola side. So.
Well, until you try it, you won't know.
Yeah,
you won't know. So for those that are out there, if you can, please visit any of the, I mean, there are centers all over. Visit any of the centers and donate blood. It's very important.
Yeah, maybe you should take your story first, since it has to do
because it has to do with blood
donation.
That's true. Let me just quickly take it. So the federal government is talking about giving some form of, I think they did some form of compensation. Sorry, I'm trying to pull out the story. I thought you would take yours first.
Some form of recognition. Yeah.
So they're giving some recognition to people that are donating blood. Let me just pull it out. The Minister for Health, Dr. Ehanire. Yeah, that's it. It says 67 times voluntary blood donors get federal government recognition.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the man donated 67 times.
Yeah.
I think the woman donated 32 or 35 times.
Yeah, so the Minister of Health has recognized some voluntary unpaid blood donors for consistency and timely donations to the National Blood Transfusion Services, that's the blood bank. Ehanire made the recognition on, that's today, during a news conference in commemoration of the World Blood Donor Day. So I'm happy that, you know, people are actually out there that are going. Yes, so her name is Miss Hajara Isa, who won the female category. She gave 32 times blood donation, and the man, yes, 67 times. That's Nathan Akpan. This man must be a very strong man. So this is not, he's not Mr. He's not Uncle Kola.
You can see.
Because for him to give this much, you know, I mean, it's a fantastic thing to do. I mean, it just, you know, the satisfaction that you get knowing that your blood actually saved somebody else's life. I mean, you can't buy that. It's just one feeling that you cannot. You just need to experience it to understand
this is your advocacy. People will have to go and donate.
Yes, they have to, please. They have to.
But also to recover is not talking about the man who has done it 67 times. There was a seminar I went for, and they were trying to tell us more about it and to encourage people to do it. And the fear was usually of how to recover fast. And they're like, you'd always generate blood. I can't remember the exact medical terms now used, but in the space of 2-3 days,
I said I didn't feel anything.
I'm talking of those that will feel something.
I didn't
I'm
feel
talking
anything.
of those that will feel something. Yeah, so maybe I'll take my own story.
Take your story.
Google removes a social media app owned by a former presidential aspirant, Adamu Garba. Adamu have said he created the app as a homegrown alternative to platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, they've not given any reason, and they don't even owe anybody a reason. But from what we know, based on how they operate, it's definitely because of, or is most definitely because of the interesting reviews Nigerians went to drop on the app. So a lot of negative reviews, and because the way he's going, I'm not a fan of Adamu Garba for any reason, right? Especially the way he speaks, the way he thinks. He's so backward thinking for his age, as far as I'm concerned. But I think he has done something good with this app. However, the way he has decided to market it is a problem. You cannot actively want to pull people down, and you want to see people watch you pull others down as well, because you want Nigerians to embrace your brand. How about have a marketing budget? How about have people who understand marketing for them to teach you how to get this thing done? A lot of these were pointed out as regards to the app, because I've never bothered to check it out. Anyway, people are talking about how the terms and conditions are basically copy and paste from another, not even Twitter, another social media platform as well, like copy and paste, you know. So a lot was
no
noted,
research was done,
and they reported the app, and a lot of reports. He was accused of a lot. If you read the reviews, you would laugh. So I'm sure the review got so much that Google Play had to act on it. So I don't know how long it's taken to get it back up, but that's
then
one of
the names have carried. You know, this app came at off the back of the NSAS around that period.
He's always had it, and has always promoted it in a very cynical way. So that period too was a time where a lot more people now got to know about it because of the tweets he made and trying to take Jack to court. You know, so because that time you are wasting to do all these things, why not look for funds and actually promote it like a platform that is worth being promoted? Do what every other person have done. I mean, it's not like we don't have new platforms cropping up, even if it's not Nigerian. You pay
influencers to do that.
Clubhouse,
Clubhouse
came up in 2020, and it is a big deal right now. So why not sit down and research and think and get people who understand it instead of trying to bring people down?
He didn't think
he still doesn't understand.
And this is the thing with Nigerians. You don't just copy and paste. First of all, you must do your market research. You must understand the demography you're working with. Do you understand? And now tailor. You know, it's just like our democracy, where they say you copy and paste, you know, from somewhere. You must tailor something to suit the where you're in right now. You know, you can't just do those kind of stuff.
Copy and paste
Those people that have the things you copied, they did in-depth research before they came up with those terms and conditions and all of those things. So what's research? How much have you paid to people to say, okay, you know what, go and do this research for me. Let us see what we can bring that's tailored uniquely for us as a nation.
I like the idea, but I don't think he's not ready for the business. He's not even suited for that business. He just remain in politics and whatever else he does that gives him money, really.
Alrighty, we'll take a break now. When we return, we'll be discussing the role of media in nation building, and we'll have a guest with us. Stay with us, we'll be right back.